glad you're here. All right, good morning, everybody. It is exactly 9 o'clock, and we are here for the Marion County Board of Commissioners weekly board session. It's Wednesday, August 17th, 2022. It's 9 a.m. and we're in the Senator hearing room, at 555 Court Street Northeast in Salem. And if you would, please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can you guys believe it's going to be 100 degrees today again? Can I just tell you how disappointed I am in the weather?
Well, I know I'm having to commute. It's pretty cool when I get home at night.
Is it? Like cool as in the weather is?
Well, I just got on the boat and jumped in the water twice.
Yeah. Well, in the valley it is not awesome. All right, we're going to go into public comment. We have one individual signed up, and that is David Beam.
County Commissioners, my name is David Beam. I'm a spokesman for disabilities in Salem area. I'd like to talk about the homeless problem. A lot of homeless kids under the bridges kids are homeless. And I was thinking if the county would pitch up a little bit more money for the services after 5 o'clock, because mental health is shut down after 5 o'clock. It's not open for an emergency. So I was wondering if the county would pitch in for mental health, put more funding for it, for the homeless kids and to get services after 5 o'clock, because a lot of them on the waiting list and they're just not getting served. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
I'm a spokesman, and I'd like to see this done, because a lot of them coming in Oregon don't have any services. And
Thank you, David.
Looking at that. Thank you.
Yeah. Before you run off, I understand today is a special day for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's my birthday.
Today is your birthday. How old are you today?
72.
72. So we don't traditionally do this in board session, but we're going to...
Madam Chair, I would ask that we could suspend the rules to sing happy birthday for David.
Okay. I support that. Commissioner?
Unanimous consent without objection.
Great. So we're going to sing you happy birthday. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear David. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Commissioner. And I'm going out and I'm still doing stuff for overhead door too, spokesman for
Good.
them.
Okay.
So I'm doing stuff for the city and the county, get services there for everybody.
I would love it if you went to the city of Salem and provided public testimony and asked them to throw some more money in towards the homeless problem.
I'm working on that for
Good.
the new mayor.
I love that.
I'm really working on that right now with the new mayor and Chuck
Perfect.
City. I got 4-year term under the new mayor.
Good.
Okay.
Well, thanks for all you do.
And I'm doing the best, anything you guys need for the legislature too, we'll get that done for you too.
Okay. Well, we'll be in
Thank
touch,
you.
I'm sure.
Thank you.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right, now we're going to move on to consent calendar. Commissioner Willis, would you please read that, or consent
Happy to.
agenda?
Sure.
Thanks.
Madam Chair, I move that we approve the consent agenda. Under Board of Commissioners, approve an order revising the bylaws of the Marion County Public Safety Coordinating Council. Under Business Services, approve an order delegating authority to Danielle Bethel, Marion County Board of Commissioners Chair, to execute all documents necessary to close the county's purchase of 1234 Commercial Street, Salem, Oregon, 97302. Under Finance, approve a revised quitclaim deed due to an error in the legal description that was originally approved at board session on April 13th, 2022. For the sale of tax foreclosed properties back to the prior owners of record, Willie H. Denson and Kathy M. Olson, for tax IDs number 510917 and 343108. Under Public Works, approve an order reappointing Mark Grentz to the Marion Water Quality Advisory Committee with a term ending September 30th, 2026. And under Treasurer's Office, approve an order to add $200 and increase the change fund to $300 for the Marion County Health and Human Services Rural Services Team located in Woodburn, Oregon.
I'll second the motion.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye, the motion passes. And we will move on to our one and only action item for the day under Public Works to consider adopting an administrative ordinance amending the Marion County Comprehensive Plan by adopting a 53.10 acre amendment to the City of Turner urban growth boundary for residential and public land and rezoning land added to the UGB. Brandon.
Good morning.
Good
Good morning,
morning.
Commissioners. For the record, Brandon Wright, Marion County Planning Director. The City of Turner has proposed an amendment to its urban growth boundary and has held hearings on its ordinance to add 53.1 acres of land, 50.8 for residential use and 2.8 for public use. Because establishing or revising an urban growth boundary is a cooperative process between the city and the county, the city has requested the county concur in the UGB amendment by ordinance. On June 1, the board approved a resolution initiating amendments, and on July 20th, the board held a public hearing, and after considering the evidence in the record, concurred in the city's amendment, directing staff to return with an ordinance consistent with its direction. Last week, August 10th, the board scheduled adoption of the ordinance for today. Before the board today is an ordinance that concurs in the City of Turner Comprehensive Plan amendment by approving an urban growth boundary amendment of 53.1 acres for residential and public land. With that, I'm available for any questions you may have.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions?
I do. Brandon, could you just give us sort of an overview, just because there's a lot of people talk about this process. How long did it take Turner to do this process? How was the process from your perspective to get to this place? You know, when are they going to be able to start building on that land, et cetera?
Turner started this, I believe, last fall, late spring, late summer, fall. And they had a really robust public process on their end. And it actually led to some additional hearings, some additional meetings that they wanted to get more public input and refine the proposal. And the public actually had a lot of opportunity. They did a lot of outreach in the evenings. And I think people have a pretty good idea of what's coming and what's being added. What I've heard from the city is they suspect that pieces will get added pieces at a time and be developed as there are resources to do that development. I'm not hearing that they think it'll all be annexed at once and all be developed at once. It just doesn't sound like there's enough resources to accomplish that all at one time.
But it feels like the process has been pretty fast if they started last fall and they're already here.
The process is pretty fast. We worked with them we have some experience working with cities like Donald and Hubbard and others. I'm forgetting, I guess, right now. We've had successful UGB expansions in Marion County, and that's not always the case. It can be really difficult. And so we share our experience with them on the best practices and how to work through the rules and provide them the same kind of feedback they might get from other representatives that they work with. They also reached out to local groups and local interest groups to get feedback, and they had a really robust process.
That's great. Okay.
Do you have any questions, Commissioner?
No, just comment that it's great if it's just been a year compared to like someplace in Woodburn that took 20. Right. Yeah, so, and I guess the other comment I will have is when we got done with chip sealing, I came back that way and I went through Turner, and it was amazing, all the growth that's happened in that town in the last probably 10 years. And the park was packed on was that Monday afternoon, the park was packed and people were out at the lake and they were walking around the Turner's really turned into a really neat community, and you know, with a couple of restaurants and that they didn't have before, and so it's pretty neat to see and to add more property that they can develop. It's great. It's not very far from here.
It's not.
Yeah.
Turner and Amesville are both two of the fastest growing cities in the county and some of the fastest growing cities in the state. And Turner recently had all the land to the north that they've developed, and that actually happened really quickly. And as soon as that was able to happen and the lots were being developed, they could come in and look for additional land to bring in. So they jumped on that right away. And so they're still a fast growing community.
Yeah. Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
I'm sure I'll move that we adopt an administrative ordinance amending the Marion County Comprehensive Plan by adopting a 53.10 acres amendment to the City of Turner urban growth boundary for residential and public land and rezoning land added to the UGB.
I'll second the motion.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, the motion passes. Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you.
All right. I have nothing else to add. Does anybody have anything to add for the record?
No,
We got a calendar posted up on the website. Anybody wants to see where we're at next week?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, meeting adjourned. Have a good day.